Well, today we're talking about modal interchange.
Which is commonly confused with brodal interchange.
What's modal interchange?
When you swap out a member of your crew for someone different who you'd rather spend time with. Much better. GG, hit me with a B Phrygian progression.
I was just sleeping. Why am I here?
Damn it.
Oh man, I've just seen things, bro. Seen things.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Did you see some modal interchange?
I did.
Yeah?
Especially the Phrygian.
Phrygian?
Yeah, why not?
It's dark out there.
It is.
So I hear.
Yeah.
So what's modal interchange, Ian?
Well, simply put, it's about borrowing a chord from another key. A parallel key, maybe. Or just another
simple.
key.
Fancy word. Doesn't seem that complicated, but...
It's not that complicated. But on the grand scale, you can get complicated with it, but I think understanding the idea of it, the germ of it, is where you need to start so that you can get complicated if you want to.
Beautiful.
So how do you want to do this, Sean?
Well, I think let's do maybe a progression.
Okay.
And then we'll insert a borrowed chord, which in the way I think of modal interchange is you can also kind of like use a borrowed mode shape.
Ooh.
Right?
Wow. Yes, you can.
Wow.
Or you use scale shape.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Because chord and scale, I think, are synonymous. You know what I mean?
Well, they go together.
Like in any key, there's 3 major scales and 3 minor scales.
And there's 3
There's
major.
one major scale, but then there's Lydian and mixed Lydian, which
Right.
are essentially altered major scales, the way I see it.
And the same thing I see with chords. The 1, 4, and 5 major, 2, 3, and 6 minor, 7 diminished. That guy on YouTube doesn't like that.
Sure, yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's right. Sky Groove or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. So you're going to play the scale portion of it then. You're going to see
Sure.
the modal interchange of scales.
So how about let's do something in G major,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
And we'll talk about Dorian. Dorian essentially in G major is A Dorian.
A Dorian.
Right.
Because A is the 2 and Dorian is the second mode.
So if you get down and nasty with minor pentatonic stuff, right? In G major, you would play E minor pentatonic or the E minor scale.
Right.
Okay.
Same as G major.
Or if you're down with modes, like me,
Oh.
if you're a mode bro,
Yeah.
then you could also play a Dorian,
Right.
which is the minor scale with a sharp 6.
Right.
Right?
So that's your shape. So
Yeah.
far,
So now when I think of interchange, modal interchange, I want to introduce a different mode into G major.
Yep.
One easy way to do it would be to take another minor mode or another
Okay.
minor chord,
Right.
which like B minor in the key of G
Which
is
would
the
be a
3
3.
chord.
Yes.
Right? What scale is that usually? What mode is that? What shape would that be?
Phrygian. That's the land I was in
Phrygian,
before.
right?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. So I didn't mean to trigger you just now, but whatever. It's for it's for a good cause. That would have a flat 2,
Right.
and then everything else is the same. Maybe I don't like that. I mean, I actually love it, but maybe I don't. For argument's sake, let's say I want to use B Dorian.
Time out. Is that legal?
It is. Yeah.
Because of modal interchange.
That's right. Thank you, modal interchange.
Right. Just borrowing something.
I say that
from
every
somewhere
night.
else. Do you?
I close my eyes. Thank you, modal interchange.
It gives you the ability to snap people in and out of this realm.
I pray to the patron saint of modal interchange.
To give you insight.
Yeah. That's why my riffs are so nasty.
They are that riff that you wrote earlier.
Shh. Don't tell me.
Okay.
That's later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you're saying here is you're gonna go from an E minor pentatonic
Yep.
to a B Dorian.
Into B Dorian,
Okay.
which technically shouldn't happen if we're just playing by the rules.
Can you play a little just so we hear what it sounds like when you put 2 of those together? Go
All
ahead.
right, cool. So, for instance, just to be clear, B Dorian is B minor with this note. All right, G sharp.
Yep.
Okay. So if I'm thinking of E minor pentatonic, even
Ooh.
there's B Phrygians kind of thing.
Yeah.
I stopped. I prayed to the patron saint of modal. Who's the patron saint of modal interchange?
Petrucci?
Yeah, Ignatius Petrucci the third.
Yes.
That's
the
pretty
third.
good. Yeah. I can't.
How do we do this?
I can't.
How do we go on? Okay, sorry, go
All
on.
right, so all I'm doing is I'm kind of sticking this note right here on top of E minor,
And that's awesome. And as soon as you do that, you've entered a new mode.
right?
You've taken the interchange off the highway to the new modal exit.
And anytime I want to get back,
Yeah.
I can just, kind of.
And then go play something in the B Dorian fully. Keep on going. So
Okay, so maybe
people can hear
maybe
how
I
it
can
sounds.
jump.
Good. Yeah. So it's something that usually wouldn't happen if you're writing in a key.
Yeah.
But if your ear takes you there and you like it, it does sound good. Scale-wise, you have a modal interchange.
Another way to look at that would be chromatically. Okay, so if I'm in this E minor pentatonic, there's that Phrygian or Dorian note that I added. I could be walking that down to a G, which is.
Would be, yeah.
But I think when you pause there and milk it,
Yeah.
Ignatius Petrucci style, that's where it comes. It ceases to be a chromatic.
As we're doing this on acoustic, by the way. That's,
I know, right?
that's so great. Okay, so you just scale-wise or lead-wise have the modal interchange. Now, for my role in this, if you come to me and say, I have this nasty riff, and I say, well, what are you doing? And you, well, I'm doing E minor pentatonic, and then I get the B Dorian. My brain's going to go, what?
Yeah.
Like, huh?
Huh?
Wait, how'd that happen? Because we're not in the same key, and you're going to be and go, modal interchange. And we say, okay, got it. So...
And then I show you like my chain with like a cross with like a huge beard on it.
Yeah. You tuck it back in. Be like, you got to pray to the saint. So what you did here is you have something G major, E minor. And then when you go to B Dorian, if I'm your rhythm guitar player, piano player, bass player, someone who's underneath, I have to write something to complement that. So I got to change my key. I got to do something modal interchange wise. So I can go to a B minor because the B minor is in the key of G.
Right.
And when you go to B Dorian, the B minor is going to work fine. But because I want to try and like help you on your modal interchange, I'm actually going to go to an A chord afterwards. And the reason I'm going to go to an A is because in B Dorian, B is the 2, A is the 1. So if I play a B minor chord and I hit that A chord, which wouldn't be in the key
You're
of G.
taking it, which is cool. It's cool when two people do it.
Yeah.
Because then when you take the modal interchange, you get to use the car lane. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. The
fast
hub
lane.
lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
And there's no fake dummy in the driver. On the
No,
passenger,
exactly.
So we're not going to get arrested.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the modal interchange on the chord after you change. And so let's see what it sounds like when I play like a G. Just give me a nod, I'll watch. And then when you get to the B Dorian, I'm going to play B minor and A. Totally different modes, but they're going to work together.
Cool.
Here we go. One. Perfect. That was awesome.
Yeah. So it's just minor to whatever. I was even kind of just playing that note in that shape.
Yeah.
Not anything fancy, just like 6 notes.
No, 6 notes.
You know what I mean?
And I helped solidify it by putting in a second a note that wasn't in that key in the right mode.
And we traveled together.
Yes, and it works. So modal interchange is not the hardest thing, but maybe if you want to start doing it, just start picking a different chord that's not in your key and making it work.
And it's so easy because, again, if you know minor and you know major, the mode is just one note different from one of those.
Right.
It's not like you have to learn 7 totally different shapes and connect them all over the place. You learn 2 and you alter 1 note within.
Well, I want to say you and I did a great video. I'm not trying to promote my channel, but on my channel we did SuperModes.
SuperModes, yeah.
So if you want to play with the SuperModes video to get a lead that's different, do that first, and then you can watch this video and get those chords going and everything. I think it's worth it.
There you go.
Awesome.
Check it out.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.